All right, guys, let's take a look at the Rado Captain Cook 42 millimeter. So when these first were like kind of re-released more recently, I guess not that long ago, it was a 37 millimeter. So when they dropped the 42 millimeter onto the general public, now you have my interest because I can wear a 42. 37 just feels a little too small on wrist. Although I am wearing a pretty small watch right now, so maybe a 37 on a button strap works. But thankfully they just came out with a 42. So it's not really 42 though. So the watch case itself is like 40 and a half. At the bezel, I measure 41.9, and that's kind of a stretch. Like it's really not 42. And then the lug to lug, nice slim, full polished profile there, is 48.2, so not super long. And then the bracelet tapers off right away, so that's not extending the lug to lug at all. Only 12 millimeter thick, and that's including the boxed sapphire crystal with AR coating. Now, the lug width here, at first glance, I was feeling like it was 20. I took the end link off and I measured at 20.77. So is it kind of like a 21 millimeter? I don't know. It's definitely larger than 20, but it's definitely smaller than 21. So kind of a weird size there. But honestly, you're going to wear it on this Beads of Rice. Or they have other straps available directly from Rado that would work really good on this watch. So that's not a big deal. You're going to pretty much wear it on this Beads of Rice, which is just a great bracelet. Crown, screw down, 200-meter water resist. The crown size is 5.5 millimeter. So a little bit smaller than I would like, but there's plenty of, I think it sticks out far enough from the case, meaning that it's a taller crown that I can get my fat fingers on there, so it's not too bad. Before I continue on too much further, I want to say a big thanks to John. He's one of my founders in my Discord group. He loaned this watch in, as well as a Borealis, which I'll do a video later on. So big thanks to John for doing so. And John also included a love note with this with a story. So let's talk about that story real quick, because this is a keeper status watch in his collection for a couple of reasons. Well, one main reason. This is kind of like his way of celebrating his 20-year work anniversary. He got like a bonus from his job, and he went over to Macy's.com, and they were having a Father's Day sale, like 25% off, because these retail for like $2,000. If you go to Rado or Macy's or wherever you go to get one, the retail on it's $2,000. So they had like 25% off, plus he had some other like incentive thing or something. I don't know what it was. But bottom line is he ended up getting this thing for like $1,500. I think that's a pretty fair deal. Brand new, everything good to go. It has the full box, all those receipt, everything, warranty. So nice story, and congrats, John, on making 20 years. I also just hit my 20-year mark at my job too. Maybe I should go pick up a Rado. Interesting. Although I didn't get a $1,500 bonus, so maybe I should just hold off. Anyway, this is the blue dial variant. There's a bunch of different colorways. I'll put a link to Macy's and directly to the Rado site in the description. You could check it out, and it'll show all the different colorways that you can pick up. So there's a lot of history with this brand too, in and out of popularity, but it's still a really cool watch overall. I think it's something to look at for sure. 120 click bezel. Nice smooth action all the way around. There's no play in it at all. I mean, there's not even any of that like setback really. It just locks in. So there's no problems there. This is using a 80-hour power reserve ETA movement. I believe, because it's not a display case back, I believe it's the ETA C07.611, which would be a 300 with date and the 80-hour power reserve. I am noticing real quick, and we'll spin this to test this, but I notice a red 2 there at the 3 o'clock date position. So we'll spin this. Maybe it's roulette, maybe it's all red. I don't know. We'll spin it, and we'll check that out too. Let's see. Let's take a closer look at the dial. And you can see that Rado anchor up there. That's kind of like I don't know if it's just polished or if it has a gold tone to it, but it's on that little red wheel. That actually spins, guys. I think I showed that in the unboxing. If I can get it to do it. It's such a small, yeah, see, if I can get it to loosen up, I can get it to spin, and you can see that. So that little anchor up there, it moves, it spins. So it doesn't spin a bunch. It's not like spinners on a car. It's not going to like distract you. I know some people were like, that's going to be distracting. I'm not going to like that. It's not going to happen right in front of you. Like you just saw what I had to do to get it to move. Like it's going to be one of those things that you're going to look down and you're going to be like, oh, the anchor moved. It's not like you're going to watch it happen. So really nice polished minute and hour hand on that, with that huge oversized arrow for the hour hand, clearly pointing to the hours. So you are not going to screw up what time it is for that. It's very bold. And I believe the dial is, curved. I don't think that's just sapphire trickery. I think the dial actually curves. I could be wrong, but I could be right. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at the case back. You can see nice embossing on that. Some part numbers. 200 meter or 20 bar. Has a quick release spring bars. So if you want to do some other straps, oh yeah, check out this clasp. Absolutely love this bracelet and clasp. I love the like metal pinstriping that's on it, and then the logo. It's very smooth, double pushers, crazy thin. There's no micro adjust or anything like that on there, but there's short links on this beads of rice, so you're going to be able to get a good size on it, and you're going to be good to go. But I absolutely love this clasp, this bracelet. I mean, it's a total package watch for sure. I think my biggest issue with it would be, even getting one for $1,500 is still a lot of money, right? And is it worthy in my collection to jump and have another one? It looks like they're all red. Maybe let me spin this around and we'll spin the date just to see. Yeah, it looks like all the numbers are red. So interesting feature. You don't see that very often, where the date wheel is printed on red. It looks like they're all red though. Thought maybe we would catch one in there miscolored, but it looks like we are good to go for the reds. So you can see manipulating the crown is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. All right, let's pop this on wrist and then we'll do a Lume shot. Ceramic bezel insert, sapphire crystal, all that good stuff. ETA, great case, great size, great bracelet. So yeah, I mean, it's a $1,500 watch. All right, so there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I would probably add one link, but for John's wrist size, this works. I mean, I could wear it like this, but I like it a little bit looser. But you can see it wears and looks great on wrist. Catches the light very good because that ceramic bezel insert, it actually slopes inward. You can see it's like dished inward and then meets that bubble sapphire crystal. So pretty interesting feature. There's a lot of light play on this thing for sure. All right, let's kill the lights and check the Lume. I didn't see information on what Lume this has, so let's find out together. Yeah, it looks like C3 Lume or something, but plenty of real estate. It's printed on the dial, obviously, and then you have a decent amount of real estate on the hour, minute, and second hand. But I did notice there is no Lume at the pip or triangle on the bezel. So not really a true diver in that sense, the ISO certification, but it is a historic dive watch for sure. There is a lot of history with the brand and the Captain Cook line. So thanks for watching, guys. Big thanks to John for sending this in, and I'll catch you on the next vid.